more on Governor Katie Hobbs. So here are her economic accomplishments. So, under growing a thriving economy, since Governor Hobbs took office, Arizona's economy has grown by more than 100,000 jobs, with the lowest unemployment rate in Arizona history and more Arizonans employed than ever before. Excuse me. Arizona leads the nation in semiconductor jobs, investment, and supplier expansions, securing more than $100 billion in private investment and creating tens of thousands of good paying jobs. Helped She helped 750,000 Arizona working families with rising costs by providing tax rebates of up to $750. She created the state's workforce cabinet and launched the Talent Ready AZ Workforce and Education Initiative, including Build It AZ Apprenticeship Initiative, Future 48 Workforce Accelerators, and Ready Tech Go to connect Arizonans to good paying jobs in booming industries and ensure all Arizonans benefit from our growing economy. She launched the $5 million Arizona Micro Business Loan Program to leverage private investment and expand critical access to capital for entrepreneurs. Now, if you don't know what the Micro Business Loan Program is, go back and watch my last video. I've talked about that. She secured $156 million to improve access to rooftop and neighborhood solar generation, which will save Arizona families over $164 million in energy costs. She secured over $74 million to provide up to $14,000 per participating household to perform energy efficiency upgrades in their home. She expanded Arizona's business with key projects advancing semiconductors and clean energy. TSMC's $65 billion expansion in North Phoenix, the largest international investment in U.S. history. LG Energy Solution, over $5 billion gigafactory in Queen Creek, the largest standalone battery project in North America. American Battery Factory's 2 million square foot gigafactory in Tuscan. Is it Tucson or Tuscan? I'm not gonna lie to you. I've heard different people call it Tucson. I've heard other people call it Tuscan. And at this very late date, I still don't know what that, but it's whatever. Amcor's $2 billion facility in Peoria, Peoria, reshoring critical component of the semiconductor supply chain. Intel's $32 billion expansion in Chandler, building essential capacity for America's chip making capacity. She stood up against bad California policy that will cut Arizona's gas supply and increase prices at the pump. She provided $12 million in state general funds to support child care needs for low-income Arizona families. Also provided a one-time child care payment to cover the registration fees for families in the subsidized child care program via DCS. She enacted she enacted state heat emphasis plan and additional safety plans to support workers, including an agreement with TSMC for enhanced safety at their construction site with more than 12,000 workers. She led multiple international trade missions, opened new first Arizona's opened new first Arizona's first trade offices in Asia, in Taiwan and South Korea, and successfully relaunched the Arizona Mexico Commission, bringing billions in investment and good jobs to the state. So, those are the economic accomplishments of Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs of the great state of Arizona. Now, here's what I need my Arizona friends to do. If you're a Democrat or left leaning independent, if you know people in your state who are undecided, and don't get me wrong, I know the election is until a year from now, but at this very late date, if you don't know who you're voting for between her versus right wing uh, Andy Biggs, well, ask yourself this question. Do you really think Andy Biggs would have done any of these things? So talk to undecided and independent voters and let them know just this. Show them this video. If you're talking with voters on the street, tell them to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, look at my videos where I'm talking about these things and breaking this stuff down, and just let them know, hey, we just really can count on your vote. We would like to know that we can count on your vote for Katie Hobbs for re-election as Arizona governor, because right now she is either tied with Andy Biggs or just below Andy Biggs. I like one poll had them nearly tied. I think he was ahead by like 2 or 3 points. So within the margin of error, it wasn't like a landslide margin. It's not like he's at 60 and she's down at 30. Like it's not that bad. But the fact that it's even that close is still problematic because look, President Biden won the state of Arizona in 2020. And Katie Hobbs just barely won the state when she got elected in 2022. And you got to remember, this is the same state where John McCain, Republican John McCain, was a senator, a congressman, and a senator in that state since the early 80s. So it's, and now you have two blue senators out there. You have, is it, crap, what's his name? I know you have Mark Kelly. And then who's the other guy? I got to cheat. Goodness. If I had known I was going to go off into this, Ruben Gallego, that's his name. You have Ruben Gallego and Mark Kelly. You now have two Democratic senators. Before it was two Republican senators. You had John McCain and somebody else, whoever else it was, and then you had, I think his name is John Kyle or something like that. It was him, and it was Martha McSally, and so now they're both gone, and now you have them. So I'm telling you, Arizona, we can do this. And by the way, Democrats of America outside of Arizona, help me help Arizona. Help me help them. We can make this happen. Let's reelect Katie Hobbs. And by the way, this isn't it. I have many other videos where I got to cover her other accomplishments. So stay tuned.